Good evening, everybody. This is Suraj Singh, civil engineer from Faridabad, Bharat. As usual, this is my video related to Constitution of India issued in Jammu and Kashmir. As of today, issues are there, problems are there, and something has been going on there. In which connection, I wanted to share some knowledge about that with you. And that knowledge is not extraordinary knowledge, is normal knowledge. Maybe many of you are knowing that, but it's also important to review or refresh that with you people. Maybe you know more than that, and you can add to my knowledge or you can do that. It's very interesting one because we are experienced people, you are also experienced people. We are professionals and we are also professionals. If you are not professional, you will be youth or someone else, and it is for all. Our constitution is very important in the world. It's first document that is called very standard document, professional document. It is the biggest document in the world, even more than which you can say England document Magna Carta and American Constitution. About that it is. It's very lengthy constitution. It contains all. It is a you can say result of two-third portion of Government of India Act 1935 and one-third portion from various 12 countries, including Australia and other countries. So it's not simple document. It is a result of many documents because the resultant force of many countries' law it is. Just like we say in engineering, one force is this side and the force is this side, and this resultant force, a combination of both forces with many formulas, and this you can say this is a document which having resultant force of England laws and resultant force of 12 other countries. So it is called Constitution of India. It's a very important significant document to my knowledge. It's very, very important document for us because it is very now it says preambles and by our duties, fundamental duties. You know preambles about it because it says we people of this country having solemnly resolved our country to constitute ourselves sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, which secures to secure to its people as we three guarantees, that is justice, liberty, and can say there are three guarantees are there which you must know. Justice, that is social, economic, and you can say every kind of justice there, social justice, economic justice, and you can say there's liberty of thought expression, worship, etc. And then there's the equality of opportunity and equality of status, and these are there which leads to us to existence of creation of fraternity of all people of this country. Now 140 crore people, we must be all equal, and that's what this leads us to, which is very significant. Not so easy, not, but it must be understood by everyone. And this was done on 26th of November I think 49. And then title was, and because at end of this it says we adopted this constitution, we enacted this constitution, and we gave it to ourselves. And that is very important thing. Because first why important, but security is there. I mean, secure to ourselves or to our people or citizens of this country. These three liberties, these three values: justice, equality, and you can say liberty. These are very important. We must get justice, we must get equality, and we must get can say liberty. That is for every. There's no consideration of religion, there is no consideration of caste, because of anything. Then this is our constitution's preambles, and then there are duties of every citizen. This is called fundamental duties, which relates to Article 51A of our constitution, which gives many responsibilities and duties to everybody, which must comply. They are written there, and you can read that. I will not go into details of that because my purpose of this video is something else. I just remind you that these two are linked. Our rights, privileges, which come from preambles and constitution. The preamble is our soul of this nation, soul of Bharat, India is preambles, and there are contents of our preambles, and that is called Constitution of India, 395 articles, which are anatomy of our body, like is anatomy of our country's soul, its structure and law and duties. I have just given you 51 a article, and these two are linked. If you want some rights and privileges as mentioned here for constitution, you must do some duties. Otherwise, you cannot be given any privileges rights. You have no right to that morally, or you legally there is, but morally you have no. Being citizen of India, you have a duty towards your country, and that I call this Constitution of India Bharat Mata. In fact, Bharat Mata is this, not Bharat Mata, which people think. This is our mother, this is our father, because this takes care of ourselves, all citizens. And there are complete structure in our constitution, which is judiciary, which is legislature, which is executive, and additionals. You can say delegated legislatures. like various institutions and constitutional bodies are there, constitutional authorities are there, powers are there. This is our constitution. This is a very simple document. I should respect that, honor that. You must do that because we belong to this country. We are part of this country. We are subjects of this country. We are citizens of this country. We have right to vote. This is top right in this country and in every country. And in our case, it is very, very top right. And we have to value that right. But we are not valued, unfortunately, because of any reason or whatever reason you understand. We don't care of our vote. We don't do sometimes. We don't do, and that's also wrong. But we need someone to whom we like, and there is no one available. All are corrupt there, Congress, BJP, and all that. I don't care for it. The candidates, because these people don't screen their candidates. They just think that this person can win or this person cannot win. That is only criteria for them. Caste criteria, religion criteria, or money criteria, or whatever criteria for all parties concerned. Nobody is honest in this case. All are in the same boat, same bathroom, all are naked. No, my issue today is not the details of constitution. My issue is something else. That is very, very current issue, burning issue. They have been for last 3-4 days. That is J&K, Jammu and Kashmir, which was called a state. There is a history behind that. You must know about that history, which is very important for everybody to know, particularly for those who are educated people like you, professional engineers, doctors, others, who have a right to know and who must know. Maybe you didn't study in your life, but you have a duty to study it as well, because this is our part. We got independence in 1947, you all know. Everybody knows that. After that, what happened, we don't know. There's a unification of the princely states took place, and yes, it is right side. At that time, JNK was not our power. It's not ours. It was Act passed by British government, British Parliament. That was Independence of India Act 1947, which was only one act applicable for both nations. Our nation, Pakistan, there was no separate act. Go and see India as well as Pakistan. Geography, locations are clearly prescribed in that this part is Pakistan and this part is India. I gone through that. That's very interesting. There was no third one. There was no third country. All country except 2 or 3 had a problem to come to India or Pakistan somewhere. Means J&K was a country. Yes, it was a country at that time. It was a nation. It was princely state, but it was a nation, a kingdom. J&K kingdom. This had different opinion. This Hari Singh was king. He wanted to join. No one, neither we, us, and no Pakistan. This person wanted to take his country to live as in a status of independent country. This person did not accept our country or Pakistan to join and wasted time. This person talked to King of Britain, and King said, "No, sorry, we cannot do this. Act has passed, and there is no way out for you. I'll join India, Bharat will join Pakistan." So this man was confused and delayed. Because before this, he had written one paper to Pakistan Jinnah that I want to stay alone, stand alone. That paper is still with Pakistan. Unfortunately, there was a break. Jinnah was very angry or some, because this man didn't join, Hari Singh didn't join Pakistan. So what he did, he was angry and he started warring with through some guerrillas and the Kabalis and some security people. And this man got, and he could not encounter that war. Or you can say whatever war you may say or something you say, this king failed to encounter that war. Unfortunately, he could not do that, could not encounter that. Now what happened? He was concerned and he could not succeed. Then he talked to Mountbatten. Mountbatten was Governor General of our country in the Bharat at the time. He stayed there. Jawaharlal just Prime Minister and Sardar Patel. Prime Minister means at that time there was no constitution. There was nominated people means. There was no constitution at the time in 1947. There was no constitution. Constitution emerged in 1950. Or 1945 and 1949 was the period when it was non-notified, and in 1950 the emergency started being implemented. So this man was in problem, in panic, in jeopardy. What to do? He talked to our Governor General Lord Mountbatten. Mountbatten clearly told, "See, under the charter, you are a separate country. We cannot help you like this. If you want our help, you have to join us, so that you become our part." So this man did that. He said, "I will do no problem at all. Just immediately sign one accession letter." It's called now, it is Instrument of Accession, 1947, in the month of October, and it deposited with Lord Mountbatten, our country. And he told his secretary, if immediately, within a couple of days, or I think 2 or 1 day, if these people don't send army or air, or no flight comes to Air Force, then you kill me. Don't ask me. He told his secretary during his sleep, "Don't ask me, don't awake me. I just kill me and shoot me. I can't see these rapes of our women, girls, loot of our shops and all that." This havoc was, this mob was created with that, this violence was created with that. Well, Jawaharlal agreed. and they started helping and war. There was encounter on behalf of Jammu and Kashmir because it became part of this country. Some accession instruments for accession is called. And what happened thereafter? We got some portion, we could not get some portion. We could not control the old war. Pakistan was probably more powerful at the time. How it was, I don't know. But then Mohammed asked him because this guy Haris Singh has not conducted a plebiscite of, means you can say what people want either to stay in Pakistan, stay in India. They have to decide because every princely state did that. It's okay, you go to UNO and ask for ceasefire. So he did that, and if they ask for something, you can tell them we will conduct the plebiscite, no problem at all. Later on, now you decide this, we want this for cease. When they reached there, that person also reached. Pakistan representative was there, and he convinced the US and UK that Bharat is wrong, India is wrong, and we are right. So what the result was that UN resolution was generated. It was approved that plebiscite must be conducted. It was an agreement, order by UNO, resolution by UNO, that India and Pakistan had a responsibility to conduct plebiscite of J&K. This was resolution in that time. No, but there was no problem until they accepted. No problem. And there was a procedure written by resolution that this way it is to be done, in which in principle responsibility was given to us, Bharat, India, that you are administrator of this plebiscite, and Pakistan is a follower. You have to take control of this. Both have to withdraw their forces and conduct this under observer of UN. And procedure was clearly mentioned, and it was reminded many times, do it, but it is not done. This is whatever reason. And till now it has been done. After that, what's happened? This instrument accession is very important. We must understand first of all what it is, because this is document number one. This is international document. Just mind it. It's not national document. Because this was a country at that time. J&K was a country, and that person was king. He signed in capacity as king, and Mountbatten was Governor General of this country. So Bharat was India was a country, and J&K was a country. Heads of both countries signed this. Signature attended by Maharaja Hari Singh, and on behalf of J&K, and Mountbatten signed on our behalf. So two nations signed that instrument of accession, which is still in force, according to my understanding. That is first document, constitutional document, J&K, and with us. Then resolution of plebiscite could not be affected, and wars continue and differences continue, and you know what politics continued. Wars took place, the Simla war came. It was kind of the status quo was there. Means after that resolution happened, then reached 1971, and meanwhile before this 1971, Article 370 was added in 1954. At the same time, CO 48 1954 Constitution Order 1954, which was application of our Constitution to J&K Constitution Order, how it should be implemented there in line with our Constitution. Formula was devised at that time. So Article 370 was added in that, which includes the name of instrument of accession. And based on this 370 CO 48 1954 was created, which just explained about how our constitution can be in line to J&K constitution, what articles are applicable, what articles are not applicable, and what modification amendments can be done, and that could be done from time to time, and it was done that way from time to time. Till today, till 3 days back, it was CO 48 1954, which has been abrogated by President, has been annulled by President, and replaced by another resolution, that is 2019 CO 2019, and which says that previous one is finished. Previous was finished, and new one is this, that these are designations, and all laws of constitution, all provisions of constitution shall apply to this state, and this shall be called a state. Previously a state, now it is union territory. All that is mentioned in that, means Article 370 linked with this one, and that CO 48 has gone. And what I understand, in that case 370 has also gone, because 370 was included in that CO order. So there are three documents, let us suppose. One is accession document, that is instrument accession, and this is 370 article of Constitution of India, and then it is CO order 48, which is CO 48 1954. These are three documents directly applicable to us. One document is the instrument accession, which is of international nature because it is a contract between two countries, India and JNK. And then there are two policies, Article 370, which is our issue. We, because at that time JNK was our part, and this is national document, and similarly CO48 was a national document. These are states. Now I would say these are three documents. Then resolution, UN resolution is there. That is international document. After the 1971, after war of Bangladesh, agreement was reached in 72 between Indira Gandhi, our Prime Minister, and Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, Pakistan Prime Minister. These two countries signed some agreement, that simple agreement. If we agreed that we will sit together and discuss any problem bilaterally, will not call third party. We'll keep according to UN Charter ourselves, will not fight together, will not try to take, will not try to intrude either. We will not into your land, you will not into our land. We are sovereign country, we respect our sovereignty, and this is than that. So all these 90,000 prisoners was sent back, that have to be sent back, and all lands whatever encroached have to be returned. This agreement will live peacefully, no problem, and what we will not call with third party for all the problems to be solved. That is the main thing, and that document lies with you and know. Then after Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, then Prime Minister in BJP time, he visited Lahore and there's another declaration of same type. So UNO resolution, similar agreement, and Atal Bihari's declaration, all three documents are international status. You may accept, you may not accept, government may say anything, but fact remains fact and law remains law. These three are international, and instrument accession is international. Instrument accession says that we access to you, India, with three conditions. That you are responsible for three conditions: condition external affair, defense, and you can say communication, like that on. Telegraph, whatever communication was there at the time. These three you take care. Railways, other transportation, all that means which relate to whole nation, not to us exclusively. And other than that, we shall take care ourselves. Ourselves means any law, if you want land from us, from our state, you have to request us. We will acquire and give you. If you want land from government of this state, you have to ask us. We will give you at agreed rates. And if there is any dispute of these rates, we'll set it to arbitration, and then we'll set arbitration. This is the history of this one. Other than this, clearly says this instrument of accession that we will not recognize your constitution, whatever will be in future. It's up to us. After screening only, we say at this time we cannot say, we cannot assure something that we'll accept that. That was written in that, and you cannot change anything without our consent. Until you agree anything with us, with us you cannot say anything. You change a single word in this instrument accession. You cannot. You have no right at all. So they had, according to this document, they are a special status. And that special status what was, you can say, transformed to our document, Constitution of Bharat, after a few days. The Constitution gave to be in the 1950 only. So in 1954, due to many meeting and discussion, whatever to chart it out, they created inclusion of 1954 370, and then this application of Constitution to JNK, that is kind of Constitution. This is a story behind this. Now my talk to you is something else. Prime Minister says, President says, they say anything, I don't bother about that. Congress says something, I don't bother about that. I am talking about legal values, legal power. Because we cannot deny Pakistan something which is due to Pakistan. We cannot deny something to Jammu and Kashmir, of them. We cannot act arbitrarily. Oh, we are doing this because we are nation. You have to know. That is not acceptable. This is question of law. What Supreme Court will decide, I don't know. My common sense says that out of these documents, we have to analyze what these documents are. Article 370 of Constitution is internal, I agree. CO 48, 1954 is internal, I agree. These two can be amended, can be modified, or can be rejected, as they have done. They have rejected 370. They are saying, people are saying it's not completely rejected. No, it is completely rejected because there's a reason for that. CO 48 is gone. CO 48 was based on 370. So that doesn't exist now. There's another paper which doesn't relate, which doesn't solve problem. It simply says designation of prime minister will be chief minister, and there's no constituent assembly, so that this legislative assembly of Kashmir JNK is now constituent assembly. That takes place. That's the only difference. Otherwise, there's no major specific, and all laws of constitution which are applicable to other parts of this country shall apply to state Jammu and Kashmir, and that's all. So these two are something different documents. These are our later matter, and we can change them. But question arises: UNO charter, UNO document still exists. Resolution is there, which has not been effective till now, but it has not been abrogated till now. It has not been repealed till now. It's still inconsistent. It's still in life. Similarly, Simla agreement, there's no future of that. I don't know. Because you have abrogated 370, you have abrogated 48, there's a question, there's a vacuum now. Vacuum in what case? Vacuum is because you are saying that we have changed status of, we have removed special status, and they shall accept our laws. They have to accept, you are suppressing them, they have to accept constitution of Indian laws. The question is, this means you are violating provisions of instrument of accession, which says you cannot change anything. There's a clash. Instrument accession says you cannot change a single word without our consent. And you have changed everything. You are saying our laws, Constitution of India belong to you. Now it says we don't recognize Constitution of India until we consent. We don't consent. It clearly says that it's up to us whether or not we accept your provisions on Constitution of India. But you are saying no, we will apply Constitution of India onto you fully. So this is the clash, contradiction. Then my question arises: okay, resolution of UNO is not done, fine. Simla agreement, you have to say bilateral talks. Now these two have gone, 370 has gone, CO40 has gone. This means these were based on instrument accession. Prime Minister Amit Shah, they have not clarified yet. President has not clarified yet what is the status of instrument accession. Who will clarify that? President just signed as a formality. President is a lawyer, he's a legal luminary, he did not analyze everything. I'm sure he did not see any document. I am sure Shah did not see any document. Prime Minister has no capability to see documents. We understand that completely. They are three blank mind people. I should not say that, but for this case they are blank mind. How could President sign such document without understanding and analyzing everything? According to me, there are two situations rising now. Condition number one: instrument accession is void, and condition number two: instrument accession is live, valid. Both conditions say something. Instrument of accession, if it is dead, if it is no more, what does it mean? It means whatever provisions were there in that, what was covered in that, those provisions are void. If that document is void, each and every letter of that contents void now, not LU. This means these people came to us with that document, and if document is void, gone, these people go back with land. Is it not right? Is it wrong? If something brought you to your country, their land and those people, and you clear the I don't accept, this is gone, this means all provisions have gone. Land is gone, people have gone, this means that is not your land. But consider other condition. Other condition is that document is in force. If that document is in force, even then you violated the document. That document says you cannot change anything without our consent. You change 370, you change CO48. How can you change that? There is no constituent assembly. You assume some constituent assembly, that parliament is constituent assembly. How it can be possible? There is no assembly at all. There is no government there. You assume everything is in here. Imagine there is a government and just imagine president is everything, God is everything. She violated that. You are forcing on to them the consent Constitution of India provisions, which is illegal because they didn't accept that. They clearly refuse. We will not accept Constitution. It's our choice. We'll see what happens and we'll do it. They agreed many, of course, in CO48. They agreed for many provisions, and almost majority of provisions of Constitution they have agreed with. But this is their choice. It's up to them. You cannot force them on anything. But now this government, PM Modi, and this Amit Shah, blank mind, whose mind here, He is forcing them to accept something which is illegal. People of this country are not raising this issue. Legal humanities are not raising this issue. Intellectuals are not raising this issue. I did not see any person today talking about this. Till today. I don't understand why people are gone mad. Where they gone mad? They don't do anything. Only dancing, drum beating. Oh, we won, we got this. What you got? Hell. You cannot go against law. It's international provision. Is Pakistan involved there? Jammu and Kashmir public is involved there. Stakeholders, Pakistan public, and Jammu, and that is Pakistan stakeholder because of the resolution. Resolution. You know, requires that these people have to decide. JNK public has to decide whether they want to stay with Bharat India or they want to stay with Pakistan or they want to stay independent. This is a choice. Who are you to decide? You cannot simply say, "Oh, I want to develop you. I want to." Don't be America or Israel. If you want to develop Palestine, let them take money, take bribe, and sell your country. It's not like that. Don't try to act like Palestine and Israel, because that you now now your Jammu and Kashmir shall act like Palestine and you will be Israel. Your planning is that. It's not practical planning for our country. We have to now understand about what I said. Is documentation is very important. We people, particularly youth people, are blank in this. I see on the internet, on the Facebook, others, they call me I am international. If you are talking logic or international, they are just in emotion, in sentiment, saying, "Oh, we got it, 370 is over, and we will take land there, and we'll enjoy with their ladies and all that." Is this sensible? Hey, you are talking that you will take those beautiful girls. Is it sensible? Are you cultural society? Are you a state? Or you are living in jungle? You will take there, will buy lands there. Which land you will buy? Will it snatch land? If they don't understand, what to do? It's my land, I don't understand. What shall you do? Who are you to do? Forcefully take from them? This dirty thing, dirty thought here, gobar thought in your minds. Sorry to say that. Stupid people in this country. No analysis in mind, no thinking in mind, just spreading noise, high pitched noise. Like Modi speaks high pitch, like they speak foolishly. People are foolish. Modi cannot understand because he doesn't understand. He doesn't concentrate on anything. He simply say, "I will develop this. I will develop that. They will enjoy this. They will enjoy." This is all nonsense. Tell us what is the status of documents. If today access instrument has gone, it's dead, you have no right on that land of JNK. It's free. Simple. Because you have scrapped that document means no meaning of 370, no meaning of CR. If that document doesn't exist, what's the meaning of 370? Exists or doesn't, it's no meaning at all. Same as CR 40 exists or doesn't, no meaning at all, because that land doesn't belong to you. Now, you tell us, you confirm that it is ours or not ours. The instrument of accession is valid or not valid. If it is valid, why did you enact under the law? Because you cannot do that. And if it is not valid, or whatever you do is void. If that document is not valid, accession of instrument is not valid. Sorry, instrument of accession is not valid. What you did is zero. It's nothing. Congress is not understanding of the something. They are only talking of union territories. No meaning at all. If document is not valid, no meaning of union territory. And if document is valid, you cannot violate that document. Similar agreement is also gone if that document is gone. Union also has gone if that document is gone. Everything depends upon the instrument of accession, which is root of this tree. People are not understanding why and why. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a judge, I'm simple. I'm just thinking of this like a mathematics, and why people are not thinking. Kapil Sibal is not thinking, Singhvi is not thinking, Jitri is not thinking, people are not, I don't know what they're doing, that's only without analyzing anything, they're not just speaking anything. Nobody is scared. Prime Minister foolishly is talking, and Amit Shah is talking super foolishly. You can claim only when land is yours. That documents dominant factor, tell us what is that. They are not telling anybody. This is a secret. Why secret? Why you want to keep secret? Who are you to keep secret? It's public property. It's national property. It's international property. You have no exclusive right on that. Another state was there, another nation was there, Jammu and Kashmir state was there, and that's right. You know is this there and you know it's right. Similarly, it was linked to that. Lahore Agreement is linked to that. 370 and order apply only when the document works. If it doesn't work, it is going to apply. Try to understand theory of this, chemistry of this. Documents are very important. When you go to court, Pakistan is going to court now. It is going to international court. They are going to OIC. They are going to all forums wherever they can report against you. And you are going to take actions. Diplomatic connections are over. Samjhauta Express is over, and they are taking many more actions. No business, no trade. So you are just for your sake, for Prime Minister convenience, for BJP convenience, to keep their promises of manifesto, they have created all these sins, and you have kept all people of Jammu and Kashmir in jail, or virtual jail. What right you have got with that? Did they do any crime? 1 crore people of JNK, are they criminals? What crime they did? You are keeping in jail. What crime Omar did? What crime Mufti did? What crime Farooq Abdullah did? You are keeping in jail. Who are you to keep them in jail? Are you judge? Are you Supreme Court? Under what FIR you did that? Are you human beings or animals? What idea you got? This is a democratic country, or this is dictatorship? This is Hitler's country, or this is Israel? Is this Israel? Yahun Netanyahu? Is there Israel code which is the code for namesake? What you are doing? Are you learning from Israel? Are you fools? What is this? Young people are not thinking. Nobody is thinking. Only getting happy, jumping. Oh, 370 gone. We can buy land. We will enjoy there with girls. This is your thinking. Rubbish thinking. Dogs thinking. Shame on this country's people. And shame on all these government. Shame on all these Congress and all. They are nervous. All are nervous. Don't forget you are dealing with Pakistan. Don't forget that. And Pakistan is not full like you. They can stand. You cannot stand. They have support and the support from Muslim world. You have no. Nothing you have. They will say, yes, your internal matter. They don't understand what you're talking. Even Trump doesn't understand because he has not gone through all documents. Arab country has not gone through documents. Only we have gone through documents, and Pakistan has gone through documents, and these people of GN, they have gone through documents. Documents cannot be overruled. Documents are documents. And you have to understand this point. Without thinking, without correlating documents, without understanding implication of future, you have taken some decision which is stupid decision. Be clear. Tell us that document, what is the status of that document. Forget 370, forget CO48. We don't care about that. If 370 has gone, the document has gone. No meaning of 370 then, even if it's there or not there. If that document is gone, it's finished. There may be 370, or there may not be 370. There may be CO40, no matter, no resolution. And if there is a resolution in the UN and the document has gone, that resolution is also over because you cannot claim on that hand. Very simple. Why people have been fools? Why the illiterate people in Lok Sabha? Why there are stupid people in government of this country? Why intellectuals not speaking? Why they are not analyzing and thinking? Read the documents available. Just 2-page documents. Read that and understand that. These people don't have time to read because they don't understand anything in document. They just want to do gundagirdi, badmashi, dasnamriya, put everybody in jail, lock all homes and don't have to come now to send lakhs of soldiers there just to stroll in streets and let these people die in their homes. This is your governance. Is this right? This all could not happen in Israel, in Palestine. You did this more than Israel. Israel could not do this much as you did. You learn from Netanyahu. You learn from him. Ye dosti nahi chodenge. You are singing. What are we? Are we shameless people in world? We have a reputation of the world. We are Indians, Bharat-Vasis. Now what reputation we have? We are criminals. We act like criminals. You closed, locked up complete state. Are you a nation? Are you butcher? What you are? Mob lynching you are doing. You are not listening to journalists. You are not doing something. You have locked in one state. What do you want? My friends, this is a very critical issue. We shall earn very bad name all over world. Still, foreign countries, overseas people, they are not clear about this because they don't think that much. They think these to fight, these Pakistan, India, they are fighting. Let them talk together and solve this. Everybody would say. Same thing Trump says. Same thing. All will say, okay, you talk together and do this. If that instrument does not exist, there is no meaning of talking. Also, the onward basis we will talk. What is yours? That document doesn't exist means JNK doesn't exist for you. This day, maybe JNK people don't know this, and maybe Pakistan doesn't know this. Fortune is good in that case. If they know this, they will teach you a lesson, teach us a lesson. If that document is killed, is finished, these people can declare themselves, this is our country, go to hell. You understand what I'm saying? Forget Article 370 and forget whatever you did. Forget unit, identity, forget everything. Show me this document is valid or no. If you have destroyed this document, you have destroyed Jammu and Kashmir with Bharat. You have done reverse actually. Your plan was something, you did something else, and you're lost in that case. And if it's life, then what you did is wrong. It's illegal, unconstitutional. Today or tomorrow or after some time this happens. International court will decide same things I'm saying, I'm assuring you. Forget America what says, forget someone else what they say. Court will check only documents, they'll examine the documents and interpret them. Then anything else, this is what convention is there. Well, I will not go further on this just for wasting your time because this is if you people understand what I'm saying and you watch this video, some of you may read constitution, you may go to find what is instrument of accession and Article 370 you might know and CO 48 you might know. I don't care about that. My concern was it's the question whether what we have done is unconstitutional or we have wasted our JNK. Means it's no more with us virtually in real sense. It has become another country or independent country that we have to know as soon as we know better or it is too late. So with this, I close this video only for this purpose. I'll talk in some other videos later because this was very important factor. Today I just got news that our Prime Minister has delivered a speech on TV for public address and he is saying so many things as if he will construct the heaven in that area. It is just an imagination like mirage or like horizon. It's nothing more than that. For developing some area, you don't need to destroy that area legally. You don't need to suppress people that one, people who are residing there. You're just talking for sake of talking to keep people cool. There's no other meaning at all. You are being fooling public as you did in GST, as you did in Notbandi, as you did everywhere. 15 lakhs and all that. You did cheating everywhere, and this is one more part of cheating. You have an enmity of Pakistan, and Pakistan is acting in negative way with you. Pakistan is no more with you until you reverse decision. If you reverse decision, that person can come up. Otherwise, that person is not your friend. Whatever international community say, let them say. It doesn't mind about that. Imran has clearly said that, and maybe this resorts to war. This goes to war after a few months, possibly. I'm not sure. But I'm seeing that there is a route to ever war, and I think Modi also wants that. But there should be war so that he can earn name. Another name that I am 56 and I can do this. Modi hai to mumkin hai. All these dialogues will come up. Modi ka Sadia for this purpose only. See, I'm not against someone, but analysis is a must. Professionals should understand this. All professionals. Think for your nation. Don't think for your family alone. Don't think for your earning alone. Think for your nation because if this nation doesn't exist, you never exist. Maybe whatever professional you are, you cannot go to foreign countries also because all cannot go to foreign country. And your value, there's no value because you have no state, no country, and your government shall squeeze you from every angle. You cannot rush. You don't know constitution. You don't know laws. You don't know anything. Why don't you know? You know it. I'm not saying you are expert of that, be expert, but you have to know something for understanding of your life. Don't just rely on your family or think your family. think for nation also, and that is very important for every one of us. If we don't think for nation, nation will not think for us. Means we are contributing to nation for something others can use. If we don't contribute to our nation shall be poor, hollow, unsound, and we are responsible for that. Its preamble says that you want rights, and what fundamental duty says we have to do something for this nation. So we do it, please. That's what I'm saying, nothing else. And that, with that, I close this one. Thank you very much for this concentration. Jai Bharat. Thank you. Please watch again when I see and read this what I told you, so that you work, you can be better for this country.